Okay, so hi, welcome back. So as far as the previous versions are considered, way back, I had posted a lot of videos, and they included basics of cardiac cycle, okay, and basics of ECG, the rhythm, the lead reversals, the PQRST, the causes of wide QRS complex, causes of T wave inversions, causes of ST elevation, and electrolyte abnormalities, all about the ECG. And then we had discussed about the chest X-ray basics and in congenital heart diseases. And then we had discussed about the basics of the echo, like Doppler 2 basics, constrictive pericarditis, restrictive cardiomyopathy, all echo parameters, and up to some basic congenital heart diseases. So all those things you can get in the YouTube or in the Cardiology for Exams app video section. So now proceeding, we will start with the clinical examination. After the clinical examination, we will go for the hemodynamics. So clinical examination, most of these things are taken from my book Essentials of Clinical Cardiology, and we will start with the JVP. Okay, so JVP in such contains 5 components. One is pulse, that is what are the waveforms, that is A, C, X, and V and Y. So this is what is pulse. And then the pressure that you determine by centimeter of water. And then is the change with respiration, that is during inspiration you should go in, and during respiration it should slightly or remain constant. And then is the hepatojugular reflex, that is pushing the lungs or pushing the hepatic quadrant or liver should increase the flow inside the heart, that is the right atrium. And during this time, if the right atrium is not able to fill completely, then it will be seen as a increase in JVP. That is what is hepatojugular reflex. And fifth is the auscultation, that is auscultation for venous bruit or hum. So all these things, first is that we will discuss what is jugular venous pulse or waveforms. So what are all waveforms we have? A and V are the positive waveforms, and C is taken as a minor component of positive waveform, and prominent negative wave is the X descent, and another negative descent is the Y descent. So we will be discussing one by one. So what happens is, we are discussing about the right atrium and right ventricle here, right atrium RA and tricuspid valve and the RV. Okay, so when you discuss about the RA, whatever is happening in RA, you should correspondingly discuss what is going in RV also. So first we will take it as RA. So what is our first wave? Positive wave is the A. So we will start with A. A starts with RA contraction. So right atrium is contracting, that is taken as RA systole. During that phase, what is happening? Tricuspid valve is fully open and RV is fully filled. So RA is contracting and RV is full filled. So what is this R? What is the phase of the RV? If you want to tell in one point, like this is the atrial systole. So you clearly know that atrial systole corresponds to A wave on JVP. Okay. Why? Because it is like pushing it, so blood is going down and blood is going up. So it's a phenomenon of similar thing. So when the blood is going backwaters, the JVP is the one which will be having valveless. So it will go back and it will be seen as a wave in JVP. So why it is? Because of we know. Then what is the atrial systolic component of ventricle? This is very important. Ventricular diastole has 3 components. Early diastole, diastasis, that is diastasis, atrium is filling and ventricle is in a state of relaxation. Tricuspid valve is slightly reverting back because atria is just passive filling has stopped. Passive filling has stopped. That means tricuspid valve once got opened, the passive filling occurs, that is early diastole. And after the early diastole, this diastasis comes. Only 5% of the blood will be filling through the diastasis. And then what happens is the atrial kick. Atrial kick pushes about 20% of the blood into the ventricle. So what phase of the ventricle is it filling? It is the late diastolic filling of the ventricle. So A wave corresponds to late diastolic filling of the ventricles. Okay, this is very important. So what happens afterwards? The atrial kick is over, it formed the A wave. Once the atrial kick is over, what happens? Atria starts dilating, atria starts filling, atrial diastole happens. So once the beginning of the atrial diastole, the blood will be sucked into the atria, so the negative wave starts. So A was here and negative wave starts. As the blood will be coming inside the atrium, what is happening in the ventricle? Ventricle starts is systolic phase, that is isovolumetric contraction phase. What is isovolumetric contraction phase? During isovolumetric contraction, the LV will be trying to push some blood outside the ventricle. During this time, the tricuspid valve will be closed and the aortic valve will be closed. So both the valves are closed. This is called isovolumetric contraction. But during isovolumetric contraction, the tricuspid valve is slightly pushed above. Okay. So this is very important. This corresponds to the, after the A, the C wave. Okay. And this component of C wave between the X makes it X and X dash. So one which is below the C is the X dash. So X wave has X and X dash. So one below the C wave is X dash. That means once the tricuspid was pushed above towards the atria during the isovolumetric contraction, this is very important. Remember, tricuspid valve being pushed towards the atria during the isovolumetric contraction corresponds to the C wave. Because in tricuspid valve, what happens? After the C wave, the tricuspid valve gives away. You are getting the point. During the isovolumetric contraction, when the tricuspid valve pushes it, after the C wave, the tricuspid valve gives away. The CV component comes, that is X dash. X dash is lost in tricuspid regurgitation.